Sometimes when a blind wants to go to a male's toilet in an unfamiliar place, it is difficult for the blind to determine its position, since the female toilet usually near the male's toilet. In order to prevent the blind enter into their opposite sex toilet, there is a new system that can help the blind to determine the position. This is the Bluetooth positioning system. Here is the diagram that shows how the system can help the blind. You can see that the blind is here wearing a headphone, which is Bluetooth equipped, and there are two transceivers at the toilet. Look at the color signal. The red one represents the transformation of the signal from the transceiver, and the green one represents the signal that sends to the headphone to the transceiver. All the procedures start when the blind press the button of the headphone. The details of the headphone will be discussed later. So, this is the basic settings of the Bluetooth positioning system. Well, the diagram you are looking is just a screenshot. So how to determine the position of the blind? Let me introduce the technology to you with the use of the floor plan. Now, suppose the user is walking from the left of the floor plan to the right of the floor plan. The transceiver, which is placed outside the server room, will be the nearest transceiver that detects the user. Then the user keeps moving on. Now, if the user wants to know his position, user can press the button on the Bluetooth headphone, and it will generate the positioning request message to the nearest transceiver back to the server. And then the server will detect the movement of the user and find out the position of the user. The answer will send back to the nearest transceiver that is outside the male's toilet. After receiving the answer, the Bluetooth headphone will generate the voice message to the user in order to help the user know the positions of the toilet. The transceivers out of the male's toilet can receive the signal that comes from the headphone at the same time. Therefore, the transceiver will send out the request back to the server, and then the server will detect the movement of the user and find out the position of the user. The answer will send back to the nearest transceiver that is outside the male's toilet. After receiving the answer, the Bluetooth headphone will generate the voice message to the user in order to help the user know the positions of the toilet.
Okay, in this part, I will introduce two components of our product. The first one is Bluetooth headphone, and second part is Bluetooth transceiver. This is our design of headphone. Same as the meaning of the name. This is the device which can generate voice message to user, of course. User can adjust the volume by rotating the wheel. Moreover, it can generate a positioning request message to the system in order to find out the position. Steps are very simple. First, user start walking. Then, press the positioning request button, and then wait for the voice message. This diagram shows our design of Bluetooth transceiver, and this is the front wheel and this is the back wheel. The function of this Bluetooth transceiver is equal to the bridge. It is because it can forward Bluetooth signal between user and the main server. Besides, it can function as positioning recognizer, since each Bluetooth transceiver has a unique number, which represents different locations in the building. Finally, it keeps detecting the existing of Bluetooth headphone and generate detected message to main server once the user enters to the detected area in the corridor. This system is very useful for the blinds, especially when they arrive for some unfamiliar building. The system can also provide the other useful message to the blind. For example, telling the blind that where is the toilet. This can help the blind to gather information.